regards to COVID-19.
And Cobb Bank launches Pump It Up 2020.
Plus in the sports news, Lebanon-based academy chief seeking to recruit young footballers while assisting with training several national teams in Grenada. We'll be right back.
This is GBN, the nation's news leader. This segment is brought to you by Quartz Grenada Limited.
Why not stay in, turn off the alarm clock, and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz? For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Hello everyone, this is News at 7. I'm Ken Rovitist.
And I'm Beverly Telesford. Government has taken some policy decisions towards COVID-19. That's according to Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell as he addressed the nation on Tuesday night. Details in this report.
The government, through its Ministry of Health, has implemented measures at all ports of entry and other areas in preparation for any possible outbreak of the coronavirus in Grenada. During Tuesday night's address, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell spoke of investment in the procurement of additional medical and other supplies to further equip the hospitals and community health centers and outfit the treatment centers that are being established. Schools are also being provided with significant supplies, the PM says, such as thermometers to help identify symptoms of the virus. Training of medical practitioners, other frontline staff, and at-risk groups, including hotel workers and educators, are also ongoing, he says. The Prime Minister added that to further strengthen his efforts, a number of policy decisions have been reached.
A COVID-19 coordinator in the person of Dr. George Mitchell has been appointed to manage the activities of all stakeholders as they relate to the disease. The Sanitary Authority has been activated under the Acting Chief Medical Officer and is responsible for directing and mandating all technically related activities relevant to COVID-19. The Ministry of Health and the Ministry of National Security are further strengthening our border control efforts, ensuring that all measures related to post-health, surveillance, screening, and other necessary procedures are continued.
Prime Minister Mitchell says supplies of personal protective equipment, PPE, are being purchased to ensure frontline workers are properly protected and their levels of exposure is minimal. Thousands of masks, some of which are being distributed to Grenadian students in China, are en route to Grenada. The Ministry of Education will work in collaboration with the Ministry of Health to ensure that teachers and students are equipped with basic information about preventing the spread of the virus by practicing proper cough, sneeze, and hand washing techniques. Similar exercises will be conducted with private and public sectors. The Prime Minister said the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank and CARICOM have both pledged their support.
Additionally, the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, ECC, has indeed indicated that it is prepared to procure equipment on behalf of the member states as part of its contribution to the fight against the virus. CARICOM also has agreed in collaboration with the cruise ship industry to a set of minimum protocols for cruise ships.
The Prime Minister says the response to COVID-19 calls for a unified effort. Christelina John, GBN News.
All right, this story to report. The World Bank has committed $12 billion in aid for developing countries grappling with the spread of the coronavirus. Is what we know. The emergency package includes low-cost loans, grants, and technical assistance. We can tell you the action comes as leaders around the world pledge to shield their countries from the economic impact of the outbreak. It follows warnings that slowdown from the outbreak could tip countries into recession. The aid is intended to help countries improve their public health response to the crisis, as well as work with the private sector to reduce the economic impact.
Well, meanwhile, here at home, government has allocated $2 million towards the COVID-19 response.
Need for you, the people, to be fully engaged in this fight against this virus. Intense discussions have been taking place among relevant stakeholders, and government has now made available an additional $2 million to bolster our COVID-19 preparedness actions. We will not spare any effort in ensuring that all necessary measures are in place to protect our country, and therefore we stand prepared to increase that figure if it becomes necessary as the situation unfolds.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell. The latest reported number of cases has now reached over 90,000 worldwide, with the death toll over 3,000, mostly in China. The first reported case in the region was in the Dominican Republic. The reality of the situation, according to Dr. Mitchell, is no longer if COVID-19 will reach our shores. It is more likely simply a matter of time before it reaches.
Government's measures must therefore be complemented by individual actions to follow the advice of the health experts as it relates to proper cough, sneeze, and hand washing practices. Accepting individual responsibility in this scenario might also require some temporary adjustments of our cultural norms and religious practices so that we do not enable the spread of the virus.
Well, Grenada will soon be able to test for COVID-19 as the necessary equipment was procured by government. Here's more from Rena Pear.
The government of Grenada has purchased the equipment needed to test for the coronavirus and influenza. That's according to Minister for Health, Nicholas Steele. Steele says the funding came from the $6 million given to government by the International Development Association through the World Bank to strengthen the healthcare system in Grenada.
Part of that funds was to be used to bring our laboratory services here in Grenada to a tier 1. Part of that equipment would have been the PCR tester that would allow us to test for influenza virus as well as for COVID-19 virus. So instead of waiting for that later on in the year, we made a commitment and purchased or procured the equipment from Pan American Health. So it's on its way to be tested, to arrive here. That also includes the training and support from PAHO so that we will be able to test for COVID-19 and also, just as important, to test for influenza A virus here in Grenada.
As the Ministry of Health gears up for COVID-19 and the possible spread of the virus to Grenada, Minister Steele says a number of measures have been implemented.
Oxygen was another item that we were to purchase later on this year. That also oxygen plant, a brand new oxygen plant, I think I'd said that here too previously, that has been fast-tracked as well to arrive here on island as soon as possible. In general, what we did not plan for outside of this virus that we have now put into effect since January would be for the strengthening specifically for upper respiratory tract infection.
Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Francis Martin says in the case of an outbreak on island, people who have flu-like symptoms and believe they may have the virus should follow experts' advice to receive medical care and also take steps to protect others from the virus.
everywhere. Stay at home, monitor your symptoms. If there is importation of a case, and we suspect that there might be transmission of a case, then as a country, we would want to test to be sure if that is what you have. In this regard, we can ask you to call your physician or call ahead to the health center indicating that you have these symptoms and you want to be checked. And of course, your physician or the district doctor would guide you where to come, because we are going to have special clinics for the flus, because we really don't want persons like that to mix with the other parts of the population. But overall, the recommendation is that if persons have those symptoms, first of all, you stay at home.
The general public is also asked to use the COVID-19 hotline 53-VIRUS to report suspected cases. That's 53-VIRUS. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear reporting.
We take a break, but still ahead, special care needed for elderly in times of crisis.
And Core Bank launches Pump It Up 2020. Stay with us.
Looking for a wide selection of uniquely styled furniture that are made from solid timber and performance fabric?
This is lovely. It sure is. Look at this.
Visit Hubbard's Furniture Department at the first floor of the main store, Carenage. Your selection will certainly provide comfort in your home and office. Hubbard's, quality service, affordable prices.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 350 local anywhere calls and texts. With the always-on prepaid plans, all for $25. Keep your number when you switch to Grenada's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
My name is Ed Southgate. I'm from West Tech Building Products in Calgary, Canada. We supply St. Louis UPVC windows with a North Americanized European window system, as well as a slider system that's for residential homes. The commercial system is good for hotels, hospitals, any commercial buildings, as well as high-end homes. Our products are all tested to a AMA standard, which is the North America standard for windows and doors. Our PVC also has 10 parts TiO2, which is high in the industry, that we feel gives it the longevity that he requires because of the harsh climate that you guys are in for sun and wind and rain. West Tech Building Products has partnered with Mohammed from St. Louis UPVC to offer him one of the higher end products that are available in the marketplace. This is my second visit here, and we check the quality of the product and the way their processes are to ensure they follow the standards that we set when we first came here over just almost a year ago. And I think that with that quality, you can be assured you'll have the performance in the windows that you're looking for your homes or businesses that are available now right here on the island.
Boyo, they gonna fly with kite now. The wind picking up. I'm coming. Karim, what you doing? Fly my kite. Yeah, but not here. You can't fly kite near power lines, boy. Why not? The wind good. Because mommy say kite threads conduct electricity. Yeah, kite. He's right. If your kite gets stuck in power lines, it can cause power outages, or even worse, it can get shocked. Come, let's go and fly them in the pasture. Yeah, that makes sense. Kite threads conduct electricity. Do not fly kites near overhead power lines. This can lead to electric shocks and power outages. If your kite gets stuck in power lines, do not try to retrieve it. Release it and call Grenlec. Always fly kites in open areas. Keep your kites far away from roads. And remember, always clean up after yourself.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Washing cleaner than ever. Oh mama, oi, oh mama, oi. In every household, must have it, oi. Highly effective, stain removal, lemon freshness, antibacterial washing powder, fresh and clean, fresh and clean. When I put on me clothes, me must sweet. When I wash me clothes, no other detergent could ever wash me clothes like this.
Now buy 3 bottles of Clay's dishwashing liquid for only $8. Available at Best for Less Supermarket, Eat Fresh Supermarket, M&C Jones Supermarket, Hope Pride Supermarket, The Food Fairs, Carenage and Grandance, Roberts Enterprise, Springs Food Mart, and Charlo's Supermarket.
Other Clay's products available: hand sanitizer, fabric softener, hand washing liquid, dishwashing liquid, and toilet cleaners. Distributed by Fortune Foods Company Limited, Tempe St. George.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you'll be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible. I can pack my sack. I can take the long road, 'cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. Arise, together there's no limit to what we can do. Arise, with no wings, fly. Arise, and we're so high, enjoy the view. Arise, look, no wings, fly.
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
One bad vibe and I'm out this. No, you can't stop this. We're out to get it with Lucas. Day and night, yeah, we're on this. I know you want this. Come on and taste the energy. Day and night, live your Lucas life. Live your Lucas life. Come taste the energy.
Good vibes only. Lucasade. Taste the energy.
Are you looking for generators to rent? Then call Wagiti Generator Rentals. We rent a wide range of generators: 3,000, 6,000, 10,000, also 20,000, 50,000, 75,000, 100,000, and 150,000. We are located in building number 6, Frequente Industrial Park, Grand Anse, St. George. Or give us a call at 444-RENT. That's 444-7368. Wagiti Generator Rentals. We are Grenada's standby power people.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Welcome back. Senior citizens are said to be the most vulnerable when contracting the coronavirus, as they are prone to more serious health complications which may lead to death. Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Francis Martin says that while there are plans in place to provide the proper facilities and health care to deal with possible cases of the virus, it is also the responsibility of families to care for senior citizens.
This virus is not significantly going to affect any of us sitting in this room. Even if we get it, we'll be okay. The virus is going to affect most significantly our elderly folks, 60, 70, 80. That should be important to us. We should take a lot of time caring for our elderly folks. We should take a lot of time caring for the people who most likely will succumb to this matter. Your mothers, your fathers, your grandmothers and your grandfathers, those are the people that you should be worried about. No one is talking about this, but this is what we need to speak about. How well are you taking care of your folks at home? How well are you ensuring that they eat their bright-colored foods and that they take their medication on time so that they remain healthy? How many of you ensure that they get enough sleep, that they're happy? that they're drinking sufficient water. That's where the conversation should be. We need to engage those persons. This is a virus that it would encourage us to be humanitarians for our elderly folks and our senior citizens.
Minister for Health Nicholas Steele says his ministry will be working along with stakeholders to ensure senior citizens on island are in good health and have access to the necessary health care in light of a COVID-19 outbreak.
We are going to have to rely on our social workers and the goodwill of the community to inform us where maybe social workers are not aware, because while we have a list of individuals, and those are the individuals that we would be reaching out to in every village, we're all very much aware that new people come onto that list, and it's either through the diligence of the social workers that are out there or the community drawing it to our attention that would happen. So yes, let me use this opportunity to say that if you are aware of any individual that would need that special attention from us, please let us know, even if you think we already know it.
All right, other news. One business operator says his business is severely affected by the deadly coronavirus, as it is difficult to source supplies for his operation. Rena Pear tells us more.
Christopher Diali, Managing Director of Seasons Paint, says the company has been faced with challenges as it is difficult to ship material from global markets to Grenada for the operation of his business.
The recent information is that shipments out of Europe and in particular further regions like China and the Asian continent are going to be affected in terms of supplies of raw materials for manufacturers such as ourselves. The issue is not really a shortage in raw materials, but rather container availability to put those raw materials and to ship to destinations like ours.
The managing director says currently they are operating on buffer stocks to meet customers' demands. He says they have been holding discussions with other stakeholders as they seek solutions.
None at the moment. What we have is buffer stocks. We normally carry buffer stocks on all the various raw material types. But because of this situation as developing, it would mean that we may have to either increase storage or increase the volume of stock that we carry so that our buffer period now move from what it is to a probably longer period.
Mr. Diali believes other businesses in the private sector may also be affected as the coronavirus continues to spread across the globe.
Well, the first thing from generally the private sector, and most of us who do container shipments of various commodities into the country, that shortage of containers will affect generally everybody who engage in that kind of trade. Outside of that, the issue of how coronavirus will affect the private sector will only be able to be assessed if the virus do reach our shores and it do start to affect people. And of course, the obvious issue is going to be absenteeism as a result of people being infected with the virus and the effect on productivity.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pear reporting.
Working towards raising $500,000 by 2021, the Grenada Cooperative Bank launched its 12th annual Pump It Up Family Fun Walk. The launch took place on Wednesday at the bank's Church Street branch. Christina John has details.
The annual Pump It Up Family Fun Walk dates back to 2008. Since then, the initiative has generated funds and interest among corporate businesses, some of which have been directed to organizations to assist persons with health challenges. However, 3 years ago, the bank shifted its emphasis towards the re-establishment of the services of the Carlton Home. Roger Duncan, manager of customer care, spoke of the significance of the initiative.
Due to the scale of the problem and the significant amount of resources required, we continue to invite other members of Corporate Grenada to join the efforts of Grenada Cooperative Bank and the Ministry of Health to combat the health challenges arising from substance abuse. Companies that share similar core values and understand the importance of this challenge to continue coming on board. By genuinely giving back to the community, companies benefit further through raising their brand as good corporate citizens, gaining prime exposure, and leveraging strong brand association with a well-established household pump-it-up brand.
The Grenada Cooperative Bank, with a number of business partners, are on a drive to raise $500,000 by the year 2021. The latest benefactors are Body Image Health Club and Wagiti Rental and Sound Company, who, on Wednesday, signed a memorandum of understanding with the bank, both contributing $10,000 each. The Antillean group of companies has increased its contribution from $15,000 to $20,000. So too has Mr. Ronald Hughes of Guardian General Insurance from $15,000 to $20,000. Richard Duncan, Managing Director at Coop Bank, says a lot of good news have derived from the effort.
In 2009 and 2015, we raised awareness for various health charities and made contributions to their causes. The Diabetes Foundation, the Grenada Heart Foundation, the Kidney Foundation, the Cancer Society, the Lupus Foundation, to name a few. However, for the period 2017 to 2021, our focus is on the effects and impact of substance abuse on our population. As such, our contributions and that of our benefactors are going towards the re-establishment of the services once provided by the Carlton Home. At the end of this year's event, the fund would stand at $335,000, moving steadily towards the target of $500,000 by 2021.
The mile walk has moved from $1 per person per mile to $1.50 per mile, and packages for the group of 3 moves from $15 to $20, with the $5 increase going directly towards the Carlton Home Rehabilitation Fund. Representatives from various entities welcomed the initiative and pledged their continued support. The Healthier Lifestyle program, started by the bank in 2008, attracting over 5,000 people over the years. The walk takes place on the Sisteral Carriacou on April 5th this year and on mainland on April 26th. Chrislina John, GBN News.
This is News at 7, still to come from us. Revered hotelier Sir Royston Hopkin to be laid to rest on Thursday.
And family of hit-and-run victim of St. Andrew appeals for help. Stay with us.
Use clay, it washing cleaner than ever. Oh mama, oi, oh mama, oi. In every household, must have it, oi. Highly effective, stain removal, lemon freshness, antibacterial washing powder, fresh and clean, fresh and clean. When I put on me clothes, me must swing. When I wash me clothes, no other detergent could ever wash me clothes like this.
Now buy 3 bottles of Clay's dishwashing liquid for only $8. Available at Best for Less Supermarket, Eat Fresh Supermarket, MNC Joe's Supermarket, Hope Pride Supermarket, The Food Fairs, Carenage and Grandance, Roberts Enterprise, Springs Food Mart, and Charlo's Supermarket.
Other Clay's products available: hand sanitizer, fabric softener, hand washing liquid, dishwashing liquid, and toilet cleaners. Distributed by 4th Foods Company Limited, Tempe St. George.
It's new, innovative and classy, and it cut above the rest. Your one-stop shop for bathtubs, kitchenette, customized doors and windows, and even a new paint job. We also sell quartz and solid surface countertops. At M&N Hardware, we offer best prices, excellent service, efficiency, and reliability. Visit us at Dusty Highway, Grandin, St. George, or call telephone number 440-6757. M&N Hardware, from foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load with tropical shipping. So we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with tropical. I can't wait. No package to big, no small. I cannot wait to ship tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. Telephone number 440-8787 or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life.
Future fastest athletes will be at the Fruta Cool Kids Grenada Private Primary School Track and Field Championships, Thursday, March 5th at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tickets, $10 for children, $20 for adults. Finish line seats, $30. Children in school uniform pay $5. It's the Fruta Cool Kids Grenada Private Primary Schools Track and Field Championships, Thursday, March 5th at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Watch history unfold.
So you're looking for doors and windows that look sophisticated and are very secure? Then St. Lou Metals is your one-stop shop. Our windows and doors make sure your home not only looks great, but is more secure. We manufacture shower enclosures, doors, windows for residential and commercial properties using high-grade material and the latest technology. If you want to save money and improve your home's appearance, you have made the right choice by shopping at St. Lou Metals. For a free quotation, visit us today at the Frequente Industrial Park or call us at 439-6538 or 439-6539.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 70 channels and 12 in HD. All for $200 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
This is News at 7. Hello again. One day before the official funeral service for the late Sir Royston Hopkins, KCMG, regional hotelier Gordon Bud Stewart remembers Sir Royston, saying his death is a most unbelievable loss to the regional hotel and tourism sector. Cherry and Blackman Stephen has this report.
Gordon Butch Stewart, one of the Caribbean's leading hotelier, has described the passing of tourism icon Sir Royston Hopkins, KCMG, as a deep, unbelievable and shocking loss to the regional tourism sector. Stewart, who will attend Thursday's official funeral for Sir Royston, described him as the most extraordinary friend that someone could have. According to a report from the Jamaica Observer, Butch Stewart was quoted saying, "Indeed, he was my friend and brother, and I will never forget the many exciting overseas missions on which we embarked together for the glory of our beloved Caribbean home." Butch Stewart credits Sir Royston for his vision in leading the charge to have Sandals Resort welcomed and recognized in Grenada. Sir Royston passed away on February the 22nd in Trinidad at the age of 75 from complications that developed after surgery. Thursday, March 5th is the date set for the official funeral of Sir Royston, owner and chairman of Grenada's flagship hotel, Spice Island Beach Resort. He will receive an official funeral as decided by the government of Grenada for his contribution towards the tourism sector and the overall development of the country. The funeral service will be held at the Grenada Trade Center in Montrouge, Grand Anse, beginning at 1 p.m. Interment of Sir Royston will be private.
Sir Royston served as president of the Grenada Hotel and Tourism Association, was a past president of the CHTA, and a recipient of the coveted CHTA Hotelier of the Year award. Among his numerous awards, he was recognized with the Caribbean Hotel and Resort Investment Summit Lifetime Achievement Award last year. Sir Royston is survived by his wife, Lady Betty Hopking, and children Ryan, Narissa, Janelle, and Samantha. Meanwhile, the funeral of GBN's former chief engineer, Mr. Kennedy Boeing of Manjaloo, who resided at Marion St. George, will take place on Thursday beginning at 1 p.m. at the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception, Church Street, St. George. Ken, as he is affectionately known, could be described as one of the pioneers of television in Grenada, having worked in the engineering department for more than 30 years prior to his retirement. Boeing died on February the 6th at the age of 64. Cherian Blackman-Stephen, GBN News.
It has been over 1 month and a week since Sheldon Jones of St. Andrew has been hospitalized after a hit-and-run incident in the conference area. The Jones family is now seeking assistance from the general public as Sheldon's health condition is slowly deteriorating and medical bills are mounting. Akeisha Felix has more.
In January, 37-year-old Sheldon Jones of Tivoli, St. Andrew, was struck by a vehicle in the conference vicinity in a hit-and-run incident. However, one individual was apprehended in connection with the incident. Today, mother of the victim, Dawn Jones, says her son remains hospitalized and his health condition is slowly deteriorating. She spoke on the injuries sustained from the accident and his condition to date.
He had a break foot and a bust and a cut in the head, and it was bleeding. But so they go and they do the X-ray with the foot, and then they say the foot damaged bad. And then they think the Thursday after, they go and do operation on the foot. And they had to put steel and things inside the foot. From that time, it's not nice. You're having a lot of pain, all the time, pain. You can't sit up. Today, right now, we do a few tests with him, and they say he had clot blood in his lungs, and it passing blood, he spitting blood, and he peeing blood. And then yesterday now they call me and tell me I have to do a next test to see if he have internal bleeding. So this morning my son have to go and pay down for the test and everything.
Jones is seeking assistance from the general public to help with the medical bills that are mounting. She added that any form of support will be greatly appreciated.
Well, we need support to pay the bills, and I have to go along there every day, and I don't have the financial help. So I really need that help. I will really like for the people to help, in the way like support me, even though if it's money or telephone, or if it's to come and, associate with me and give me encouragement, these things like that, so I will like.
She also noted that the congregation at the Moya Seventh-day Adventist Church has been playing an instrumental role in her coping process. Anyone wishing to get in contact with her can do so on telephone number 534-1645. There is also a GoFundMe page established by the sister of the victim, Kamina Trevek, on Facebook, where individuals can also contribute. Meanwhile, police say a 24-year-old businessman of St. George was arrested and charged for driving without a driver's license following a vehicular accident on Monday, 27 January at Conference, St. Andrew. The man was placed on a $5,000 bail and was due to appear at the Grenville Magistrates Court on Tuesday. However, GBN understands the case wasn't heard in court as scheduled, and another date has been set for his appearance. Akeisha Felix for GBN News.
All right, time for this evening's GBN Eye Saw compliments Clear Vision Eye Center.
GBN Eye Saw is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. We're changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
We take a break. More news when we return.
Coming to Grenada.
One of the most spectacular concert events in Christian music. It all happens 7 p.m. Saturday, March 21st at the National Cricket Stadium.
Featuring 5-time Grammy-nominated and 7-time Dove Award winner Karen Peck and New River.
From the American television show The Voice, Emily Ann Roberts.
From Canada, the amazing music from The Chitons.
From the island of Jamaica, the talented and gifted Foster Triplets. Plus, the best of Grenadian gospel artists.
Again, this all happens 7 p.m. on Saturday, March 21st at the National Cricket Stadium with some of gospel music's finest, Karen Peck and New River,
Emily Ann Roberts,
The Chitons,
the Foster Triplets,
and more.
Tickets sold at all ticket outlets. Proceeds go towards enhancing youth work in Grenada.
Golden Mass invites you to the launch of The Realm, home of the supreme gods and goddesses. Join us as we display our spectacular costume designs for Spice Mass 2020. March 7th, Spice Basket, featuring the best entertainers, our ambassadors, Natty and Tunda, Jab King, Chaos and LED, our hype masters for the night, Kevin Crown from New York, Select a Beast, and Smiley. Gates open at 9 p.m. Grab your tickets at Grenadian Optical, The Occasion, Big Barbershop, Double Up, and online at gotofed.com. Sponsored by Fast Cash, Swiftback, Body Image, Junction Bar and Grill, Monster, Jackpot City, Go to Fed, Party Grenada, and Boss FM. March 7th, Spice Basket. Welcome to the realm, to the realm, to the realm.
As the world prepares for the 2020 Summer Olympics, some of the world's top athletes will begin their journey to Tokyo, right here in Grenada.
Everything comes down to this moment.
The 4th Annual Grenada Invitational takes place on Saturday, April 4th at the Karani James Athletic Stadium. World-class athletes.
From an athlete's perspective, I understand and value the experience that an athlete has when they come to a place like Grenada.
World-class event.
Because it feels safe. It feels warm.
World-class venue.
It's beautiful. You've got a stadium right by the sea.
Grenada Invitational, Saturday, April 4th. Tickets to the Grenada Invitational are now available online at gotofed.com.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Want launch to learn a skill and earn a CVQ, the National Training Agency is inviting unemployed men and women between the ages of 16 and 35 to apply for Skills Training CVQ Level 2 under the Climate Smart Agriculture and Rural Enterprise Program. The occupational skills areas open for applications include beekeeping, allied healthcare services, community tourism, live sound recording, recording engineering, and small engine repairs. Applications may be completed at the NTA's office on Belmont Road, St. George's, Grand Quarters office, Lower Depredin Street, Wall, Labukan Creative Center, the GCNA Complex, Kirani James Boulevard, or Sedu's office in Grand Bra, not later than March 21st, 2020. For more information, call the NTA at 435-9092 or 435-9093 or email info@grenadanta.gd.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Grenada's #1 track and field event is back. The Inter-Secondary School Championships is back at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. You must be there. Experience the intense rivalry between athletes of our secondary schools on the track and in the field. Blame yourself if you missed the first ever Republic Bank sponsored Intercall 2020. Blame yourself if you miss a day of exciting action on the track. Be there every day, day 1, 2, and 3. The 53rd Intercall Championships takes place on March 31st, April 1st, and 2nd, starting at 9 a.m. each day. Come, let's celebrate the inaugural Republic Bank Intercall. Come out, families. Come out, past students. Come out, school-based supporters for the return of competition on the track and in the field, because Intercall is back.
Grenada Save the Children Development Agency, GrenSave's 25th International Food and Drink Festival, will be held on Saturday, March 7th. This event is merely one of a series of fundraising initiatives GrenSave hosts each year as a means of supporting those in society. GrenSave is a local NGO that has been advocating for children and families since June 1985. Over the years, GrenSave played a meaningful role in the lives of the less fortunate by providing different kinds of assistance received through public contributions in the forms of foodstuff, clothing, shoes, used school books, and other household items. Damani Brizan, GrenSave representative, appeared on GBN's Rock the Box last Thursday night. He gave an overview of the NGO and its mission.
GrenSave means Grenada Save the Children Development Agency, and it's a non-profit, non-governmental organization focusing on the children of Grenada, in particularly the underprivileged children. And we do activities and community events to help those persons. So we are involved in daycares, preschools. We do summer programs. We give assistance to needy students to go to school and so on.
On Saturday, GrenSave will be hosting their 25th annual Food and Drink Festival. The event will be a family-oriented social event showcasing different cuisines from countries all over the world. Brizan explains.
So we are having our 25th annual International Food and Drink Fest on the 7th of March at the Grenada Trade Center from 12 noon. And there we are going to be showcasing many different countries, and they are going to be showcasing their food and drink of their country.
Local craft will be on sale at the event, which will also feature entertainment and fun activities for children, while patrons have the opportunity to sample the many dishes and drinks of different countries. The proceeds from the event will contribute towards the continued sustainability of GrenSave's diverse programs geared towards helping children and young people of Grenada.
To stay with us, we'll be back with the weather, followed by the sports news. See you in a while.
Grenada, 1795. One man with a sense of destiny.
Tonight we stand our ground.
Tonight we stand on the side of history.
14,000 slaves with a dream and a promise. Julian Fedor, a Heritage Theatre production, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs. 28th and 29th March, 4th and 5th April at the Trade Center.
The Republic is about bread and justice. There'll be little bread and even less justice.
Julian Fedor, an action-packed historical drama.
No, Julian! If you harm a hair on her head, I will cut you like a dog and pin you to the stocks in Duquesne Bay. Bring it on!
4 big nights of theater, the play the nation has been waiting to see, with Sam Ogilvy, Lisa Grappy-James, Robert White, Dale Devine, and other top-of-the-line acting talents. Opening Saturday, 28th March. Get your tickets now.
Jade presents the 30th Annual Gospel Expression, Sunday, March 8th, 10 a.m. Progress Park, St. Andrew, 10 local gospel bands and special guest John Yard from Barbados and Ryzen from Trinidad. Music, worship, food, special stalls and Trinidad attractions. Gospel Expressions, Sunday, March 8th, 10 a.m. at Progress Park. Come for church, stay for the concert with 10 local bands. John Yard from Barbados and Ryzen from Trinidad. Absolutely free. Sponsored by the Ministry of Youth, WeFM, Waikiki Rentals, Rentville Cooperative Credit Union, SB's International, GUT Credit Union, GBN, Gabrielle's Rental, and Grenlin. Absolutely no vending.
And so it begins. A journey like no other. Jungles so lush, they make emeralds jealous. Water that sparkles like diamonds. Mountains with more facets than precious gems. This is where good times are had, where love is strengthened, where memories are formed. It all comes to an end, bring home something that will never fade. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Esplanade Mall St. George's, Maurice Bishop International Airport, and Sandals Grenada Resort. Telephone number 230-1023.
It's detox time again at Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. The festive season is over, so let's start 2020 looking and feeling like a boss with our many body cleansing options. Purchase detox products as low as $50. Purchase detox combo packs as low as $100. Receive 10% off on all in-house colonic irrigation treatment. Take control of your health now. Don't delay. Call us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. We are located in Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. These offers are valid from January to March or while stocks last. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. Detox your way to health.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
All right, time for the weather for Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique, valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Weather tonight generally fair and breezy, becoming partly cloudy during the early morning with few brief showers possible. Tonight's minimum temperature 24.5 degrees Celsius. Wind east-northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves up to 7 feet in open water. Tides high at 11:30 p.m., low at 6:30 a.m. Sunrise, of course, tomorrow morning, 6:22. The weather on Thursday, the 5th day of March. partly cloudy and breezy with few brief morning showers possible, becoming generally fair during the afternoon. On Friday the 6th, generally fair and breezy with few brief morning showers possible. And on Saturday the 7th, generally fair and breezy with few brief morning showers possible. All right, we invite you to stay with us for the sports news. Up next.
And this time round, sporting fans, we find several young footballers may be chosen from a pool of hundreds of players as a Lebanon-based academy, the David Nakid International Football Academy, that would be, is currently recruiting footballers here in Grenada. Coach David Nakid, who is a former captain of the Trinidad national football team, is spending 1 week in Grenada while observing our under-12, under-15 and up to under-20 players. Nakid told the media that he'll look at the development of football in Grenada and the level that we have achieved.
I think it's an excellent accomplishment to have qualified for the Gold Cup. But having said that, we know that what's at stake is more than just qualification for the Gold Cup, but the development of the young Grenadian players and to bring them to the elite level that we can compete not only in the CONCACAF level but at the world level.
He welcomes the invitation by GFA President Chenny Joseph and Technical Director Jerry Alexis.
My academy, which began in Lebanon and extends to Belgium, is one of the most successful private academies in our part of the world. And we travel quite frequently to Europe, Barcelona, Madrid, where we won the Madrid International Cup last year at the under-16 level. And I think that is of particular value and of particular interest to the GFA to have some of their players come and compete with our academy and compete against Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid and Leganes. And I think these are names that are household names in Grenada.
The academy chief says that he is also interested in developing a partnership with the Grenada Football Association while establishing a Memorandum of Understanding, or MOU, with the association. GFA Technical Director Jerry Alexis highlights the schedule of the visit for the week.
Well, at the moment we have the U15 tournament in progress, so we're going to be looking at the games on the afternoons. On Saturday also we're going to be looking at 2 games at the Rosen playing field. Also Saturday morning we're going to be engaged with some academies at the Tantin Recreational Ground. So and also we David here we're going to be doing some work with our national teams. U20 national team conduct sessions with them, on Friday, and then also this afternoon he's going to be helping out, one way or the other with the senior national team.
Meanwhile, Coach David Nakid outlines the possibilities that can happen if a Grenadian footballer is selected.
Well, I'm going to take a look at, there's a tournament, a festival for the U15s, and we'll identify a couple of players. 2 or 3 or 4, depends on the budget that the GFA has, and get them out with us, our academy, in the Easter tournament in Madrid. And hopefully that they'll do well enough. Right now my academy has 2 players in Spain with Alcorcon, the 2nd division Spanish team. And I think that's because of the work that we've done over the last 12 years. So it's not a fast-track process. Football needs time, it needs effort, it needs money, it needs investment, commitment, application. And I think sometimes in the Caribbean we tend to want to fast-track everything. And I think we need to have a more dedicated approach to it.
Still with football, 4 players have been suspended indefinitely from all football activities pending a disciplinary committee hearing, according to a GFA release during the 2nd leg of the GFA Club Championship. One of the match officials, FIFA assistant referee Clinton Daniel, was reportedly assaulted by several players of the St. John's Sports Club. The players are Kimo Sampson, Siobhan Sampson, Taj Joseph, and and Tavon Joseph. GFA First Vice President Alan James addressed the issue during the media launch of the Pure Grenada Cup on Tuesday.
The matter is now will be dealt by the disciplinary committee, and we hope that whatever decision that will be taken, that will send a clear and strong message to all our players out there. So I want to appeal to the players out there. Do not go around assaulting match officials. Whether you agree or disagree with the decision the match officials make, it's not good for the sport. It's not sportsmanship.
GFA President Jenny Joseph has also condemned the actions, citing that on behalf of the Executive Committee, swift and decisive action will be taken against all offenders. Joseph says that the association will do all in its power to ensure that the stiffest penalties are imposed on all people found guilty of these assaults. He added that the GFA will be reviewing its disciplinary code with a view to imposing harsher penalties on people violating the laws of the game. The heats preceded the event on last week, Tuesday and Wednesday. And this Thursday, the Fruta Cool Kids Private Primary School games will be on the Karani James Athletic Stadium, or that's the location for the activities. Chairman of the Private Primary School Games Committee, Kester Elcock, highlights the track and field heat events held last week.
Yeah, I've seen some really extraordinary performance in the field events. Cornell Pay, every event he participated in except for the javelin boys on the 15, he won every single event. High jump, long jump, shot put, from St. Mary's Junior School, the defending champions. We also see Lauren and Emma McIntosh doing some extraordinary things in the field as well. Brianna from Grandin's Private Academy. This year I've seen an athlete from 4th Junior. We say, yes, where you come from? Yeah, I'll ask him where you come from. I mean, he has won the 200 meter, the 400 meter for under 13 boys. I mean, he was unheard of last year and in the years gone by.
He says Alpha Junior 197 points is leading going into the games tomorrow, noting that field events have continued to be developed over the years.
Over the years, we've had some extraordinary performances. We've had persons like Aliyah Bartholomew. She holds the record still in the high jump at 1.35 meters. The year after she went into secondary school, a Form 1 student, she broke the sub-junior high jump record. So yes, she did that. So over the years, the private schools, I must say, have produced quite a number of extraordinary athletes. I can think about Tajay Grant. I can think about Daniel Latouche, and they would have established records at the intercall games, coming directly from private schools.
St. Mary's Junior closely follows with 194. Grenada Junior Academy goes into the games with 151 points, and First Choice Junior with 143. Our latest sport report there for you. Do stay with us, of course. When we return, it'll be with a recap of tonight's major stories.
Now for a recap of the headlines. Government announces new policies as world records increased cases of deadly virus.
$2 million allocated to boost in response efforts to COVID-19.
And Quap Bank launches Pump It Up 2020.
Plus in the sports news, Lebanon-based academy chief seeking to recruit young footballers while assisting with training several national teams right here in Grenada. Great stuff. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight.
Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Beverly Tellisford.
I'm Ken Rivichis. That completes the news. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night.
2020 season of SGU Knowledge Bowl comes to you in association with Grenada Cooperative Bank. Additional support provided by Glenelg Spring Water and Huggins, distributors for Lucozade and Lipton Teas, along with these